In the small seaside village of Alderglen, where the whispering tides meet the murmuring winds, there was an air of timeless enchantment. This hamlet, nestled between lush cliffs and rolling meadows, was where old magic and gentlefolk found a home. Among its quaint cobblestone pathways and moss-clad wells lived a unique inhabitant, Elyara, the cat witch. Her cottage stood at the edge of the forest, bathed in the silver glint of moonlight and framed by a garden of night-blooming flowers. But it wasn't her strange attire or her peculiar rituals that made her the stuff of whispered village tales. It was her family. Let me tell you the story of Elyara, the cat witch, and her adopted family, a mischievous kitten named Pippet and a lonely human boy named Finn. This is a tale of love, sacrifice, and the unbreakable bonds of family. Elyara moved with the grace of a creature caught between worlds. She was of age, one could say, but not old in spirit. Her years brought wisdom, her solitude quiet strength, and her heart immense warmth for those she held dear. It had been many years since she'd chosen the life of a recluse, a guardian of the mundane and magical alike. Yet upon the arrival of Pippet and Finn, Elyara's world expanded once more. Pippet was a playful bundle of silver fur with a knack for causing mischief. His jade eyes were mirrors of innocent curiosity, yet behind them shimmered the potential for great magic, a magic that Elyara knew could be both wondrous and dangerous. Finn, the gentle boy from the village, had stumbled upon Elyara's haven by mere accident, or perhaps, as Elyara mused, fate's silky hand guided him. The boy's parents had been lost to the sea's hungry embrace, leaving him drifting until Elyara's presence anchored him. Family isn't just what we're born into, Elyara had murmured one twilight as she watched Finn and Pippet chase shadows in the garden. It's who we choose to stand beside us, against all odds. Life in Alderglen was peaceful, their days woven together with simple joys, a harmony of dawns painted by the sea's gentle stroke, and dusks serenaded by the forest's whispery song. Elyara found happiness she once thought the folds of time had pulled away from her, but fate is seldom kind for long. One storm-clad evening, the village was visited by an unfamiliar chill. Elyara sensed the shift in the air, and in the shadows, she could almost hear the ocean fret. News soon reached her, a series of strange events, livestock vanishing and whispers of a dark presence. A force from a depth darker than night seemed to rise, drawn perhaps by the pull of Pippet's burgeoning potential. Understanding the threat, Elyara knew she must act. The world is wide, but sometimes it shrinks down to two small eyes looking up at you in hope, she thought while holding Pippet close. She sensed the faint tug of his nascent power like a thread from her own past. Determined to protect her family, Elyara delved into her oldest tomes, seeking ways to conceal the kitten's magical aura. The incantations were complex, shaders of power woven with centuries-old songs of protection and camouflage. But the darkness was clever, and it watched. Soon it sent its agents, a band of hooded figures with eyes as hollow as the void, intent on capturing Pippet and harnessing his magic for their own malevolent purposes. In a moment of dawning realization, Elyara and Finn stood before the village's ancient standing stones, etched with the forgotten language of the Alteri, elders of nature's arcane arts. Elyara's voice, both a whisper and a roar, stirred the runes awake, calling upon the ancestral power. True magic whispers, it does not scream, Elyara taught Finn as they weaved protective enchantments. Despite the peril, she felt an extraordinary clarity and strength, knowing that love had drawn the circle tight around them. As the confrontation loomed, Elyara stood firm, her serenity hiding the tempest within. The hooded figures descended upon them like shadows, reaching with grasping hands. Yet just as Pippet's quiet mew broke the night, a luminescence erupted from within the stones, a barrier fueled by every ounce of Elyara's love and Finn's burgeoning bond with the magical world. It was Elyara's greatest demonstration of magic, not the fierce and violent display one might expect, but a pure expression of familial protection. Braided by the stars themselves, Elyara recited, her words an echo through the veil. Family is a tapestry tangled in time's own threads. The power conveyed forth did not destroy but transformed. The hooded figure's menace washed away like silt from the shore, leaving behind bewildered men, as if woken from a dream, their malevolent intent shattered. Elyara's heart surged with relief but also a touch of sadness, a knowledge that such battles were never truly the end. But she saw the world unfold differently now through Finn's brave eyes and Pippet's gentle purr. The village of Alderglen continued to hum its mystical lullaby long after the echoes of that fateful night faded. As for Elyara, she had chosen her family anew, and with them, carved out a life brimming with joy and mystery. What would you have done in her place, dear traveler? To what ends would you go to protect the magic within your own heart? Share your thoughts below, and as always, don't forget to like this tale and subscribe to wander through more stories by firelight.